Ladies and gentlemen, after a little bit of backroom caster drama, we are into the grand finals. Apparently there were two French streams and one of them didn't communicate with the other, but I don't know, it all got sorted out and now we're here between Project Horizon and Browse on Fleek in the grand finals. Of course, Rifletown and Isca for Browse on Fleek will be over on the right hand side of your screen. Once we get into game over on the left, it will be Project Horizon, and I cannot wait to cast this match.
Me too, as we go into the forest for the first map. Isca will be playing the Varesh, Rifletown will be playing the Nice Lucy, Blanks on Project Horizon will be playing Lucy as well, and 213 will be playing Rukan. As we get our
This is, of course, a best of 3 grand final, so we're not just, you know, sliding in here with a normal win score 5. This is a best of 3 win score 5 match. We are going all the way. I'm sorry, I got excited.
Don't worry, I'm very excited too, as we go into round 1 of this best of 3.
There'll be a little bit of poke out of Isca over on this Varesh. He's already been nailed by the nice grab from 213 over on this Recon. It won't be a substantial amount of damage, and the shielding from Isca will be more than enough to keep him alive. There's the Claw of the Wicked yet again, striking out the reform. Will have to be used. That's the R ability. No EX for Isca, although he is able to regen it in time. It will definitely put them behind. Now, Orb should be picked up by 213 unless there's some substantial intervention, and 213 will indeed be able to grab it very carefully, not proccing Isca's counter. The Wuju hasn't been triggered once yet, and there's the Wraith form already available from 213, absolutely demolishing Isca, and it's a nice Claw of the Wicked Shadow Bolt combo to grab Rifletown and pull him all the way out of the fight, right into the waiting arms of 213. Temporary panic does drive them away, and that'll be Blanks having to fall back. They are able to grab Orb, though 213 will grab it for his team, solidly so, and he's already halfway to his Wraith form yet again, as he begins to chip away at yet another full ulti.
Isca's been having to use all his ulti bar charges on the ultimates, on the R jump away, so he hasn't been able to use his ulti once during this tournament. Oh, there's his first. 1, 2. I think he got the third off onto Blanks.
213, meanwhile, he's being juggled right by the Orb. There's a nice pull from the Claw of the Wicked, but he cannot grab Rifletown in time. Rifletown's going to be able to slip away into the darkness as Isca provides the covering fire. 213 fairly low. There's the crippling goo. That could be huge, but Blanks, very clutch roll. That keeps him all the way out of the issue. He won't take any damage from that ultimate at all. It's completely wasted. 4 EX gone, and for Lucy, with all the utility her EX can provide, that is indeed a bitter pill to swallow. 213 won't be able to grab Orb despite the Claw of the Wicked backline. Isca will begin chipping away at Blanks' HP, and there's the triple ultimate flying through. That could be huge, and the predictive reads as he throws very, very nice predictions around the corner. The Petrified Bolt will secure the deal onto 213. Barrier's the only thing keeping him alive for the time being, while the silence does come through. The Hand of Corruption won't quite land, and it will be Orb for the red side. Wuju not procced either. Isca, it started so badly for him, but he's absolutely turned it around. The 1-on-2 so far in his advantage as the barrier will wear off. That'll be the teleport close range. 213 somehow managing to stay alive, but Rifletown will be there to finish him off, and there is a very, very low HP Blanks pushed out of the arena and slain. 1-0 now in favour of Browse on Fleek.
Just very, very, very nice play by Isca on the Varesh. 1,000 damage. No, 1,100 damage during that round. Compared to, on the other side, 213 getting 870. We're gonna have to just, Jesus. 390 on the Hand of Corruption and 288 on the Hand of Judgment. Jeez. Absolutely brutal.
Blanks will be already chipping away with that toxic, although he hasn't. He procs that Wuju. That puts Isca right behind him, but he's able to instantly land the panic, saying, no Isca, not today. Rifletown will be there in return, doing a bit of chip damage, but Rifletown won't be able to do nearly as much as has already been taken on Isca as the panic lands. That's a very nice focus fire. Deadly Injection will definitely complete the counter, will be procced though, dealing a little bit of save as the second Deadly Injection doesn't have time to take full effect, but 213, he's absolutely slaughtering him. The barrier that comes out isn't nearly in time. The counter won't be procced. The Claw of the Wicked to pull 213 in. It's the reform to keep him alive. but I really don't think that'll last long, and indeed it won't, as the Shadow Bolt will finish him off. There is the Wraith form coming out, but the Claw can't quite grab Rifletown just yet, as the roll will allow him to escape. 2 deadly injections flying through, and Rifle, he's pulled in at close range. There's a very, very angry 2-1-3 waiting for him at the door. Tied up now 1-1.
Great play there by Project Horizon, realizing the problem that they had last round. They focused the Varesh, and of course, when you're Varesh, you don't want to have melee up in your face. You are a ranged hero. So, great play there, and wasn't able to really use his... He was using all his bar to use his R, and eventually you gotta run out of bar to use it, so...
Very nice Claw of the Wicked instantly yet again. I'm loving how 2-1-3 uses these as he continues to just chip away. He does proc the Wuju backline. Iska, maybe this will work out, but he's actually now being focused by 2 yet again, and this is a major disadvantage of Varesh. You go ahead, you proc his counter, then he's right already into the backlines and in a very dire situation automatically. This time, it's not procced, and 2-1-3 will be throwing out a few more Shadow Bolts. Rifletown is his primary target this time, but the shield will come through, and that will buy a little bit of space for the barrier to follow. The Panic Flask is good, but the Shadow Bolt will go through. Nice reform to dodge all of that. That is, of course, the R, the EX ability of Iska, which does mean he's fairly low on EX charge. He is able to charge it all up yet again, though, off the back of that orb. But now, if his ulti comes through, it could be huge. The Deadly Injection answer back, though. The Shatter will be doing decent damage on the blanks. There's the ultimate. 1 and 2. And not quite 3, because he only landed a little bit, and it will be the Wraith form and Crippling Goo simultaneously. Crippling Goo doing a lot of damage, sorry, onto Blanks. 2-1-3 will be following through, chasing off Rifletown, but Blanks is so very low at the same time. I cannot say I like how overextended 2-1-3 is getting here, as he just hunts down the kill. He's got Rifletown pulled in, though. The Shatter's not doing nearly enough damage. The Panic does buy temporary respite, and it will be a nice Petrify Bolt Deadly Injection combo out of Blanks to do significant damage onto Iska. The counter Bruju is proc. The Shatter that follows could be deadly, but 2-1-3, he's read it like a book, and he's gonna fire off a nice Shadow Bolt, perfectly timed to do a lot of damage. Now going for orb. There's the ultimate flying through. 1, 2, 3, not quite enough to guarantee any kills, and Blanks won't actually be hit by it as the Consume eats up a little bit of damage. The Shadow Bolt will end that. There's the counter, not procced, and 2-1-3 will be hunting down, silencing, and beginning to slay Rifletown. The nice Panic does end that temporarily, but Blanks will instantly cancel the Panic with his own Clarity Flask, and it's the frontline damage yet again as the Wraith form ultimate does proc. It's a great use of that escape for the reform, but the Crippling Goo to follow through. 2-1-3 trying to hunt him down. Blanks will be on the follow, but he's not able to guarantee the kill just yet. There's the Deadly Injection that'll drop him very, very low and guarantee the kill. Will be 2-1-3 sliding on in, and the Clarity Potion frees him from the Petrify. There's a Petrify Bolt in return, and a lot of damage now coming out onto the solo Rifletown.
Great play by Blanks there. He realized that Ishka just used his R and just had run out of ultimate, so that goo, crippling goo right there was just perfect, and it meant that he couldn't actually get out. The only way to get out was basically using his jump out with the counter, and even that's going to bring you right back where you don't want your Vash. Your Vash is just right behind you.
That's now 1 point to the good for Project Horizon. They're finally able to strike back, get right back into this game, and it's a very close match for the grand final for 150 euros so far. There's the Wuju teleported to the back line. Iska needs to find a way out of here because the Panic has landed. Rifletown will be able to keep his opponent alive for the time being, as he's not quite able to land all the damage he needs. The Clarity Flask, though, does buy a little bit of separation. There's the teleport, the Wuju into the back line. Iska landing, shot after shot. The ultimate's now available should he decide to use it, but he instead opts for one of his EX abilities, his R reform, to go ahead and escape for the time being.
Just quickly, Ishka hasn't picked the ultimate. Oh, there's one. There's two. Hasn't missed on two, so whiff. But Veshka hasn't picked up the Battlerite where it resets both of the corruption and the the other purple circle. It's just instead the faster movement speed. So that's an interesting pick. Usually we see him go with the, if you get double on him and you hit him once, it'll reset both.
There's the crippling goo onto Isco. Look at this. He's being shamed down. If nobody procs that counter, which they don't, he's forced to burn in the axe. And he does it entirely too late. The amount of damage he ate in the meantime was significant. Rifle Town now being wailed away on by the ultimate. The Wraith form will come out, but he's able to dodge around the corner. Now the focus will be on the orb, but he's not quite able to get it there. The guarantee by 213, and he's going to fire a Shadow Bolt in a 360 fashion. Once again, not able to hit in the double patch. Fly out of Rifle Town will buy a lot of space. Deadly injection flying through. Blanks will be the target, but a rash of 213 will still collide, and 213 comes out definitely on top. There's the Shadow Bolt finish, and now 3-1 in favour of Project Horizon.
Just, oh, jeez, over 1,000 score there with Ishka on the Varash. 790 damage. Just Hand of Corruption and Hand of Judgment. Maybe that agility increasing the movement speed was the correct pickup for the Battlerite as we go into full power for all players. No more Battlerite to pick up.
There's 213. Able to grab what he really needs, and there's the Shadow Bolt coming through. The Consume will eat up a bit of damage. It goes close range, but Rifle Town will be able to land the panic onto Miska as now the primer target. Wuju is proc. Backline damage could come through. The Shatter is definitely there, but the shield, it eats up all the damage that can come through onto Iska, and that's a guaranteed orb for the red side as they charge up a lot of their ultimate. That will be one going through, but he's not able to connect with anything else as the panic comes through to guarantee that. The ultimate, the crippling goo in return from Rifle Town. That's a lot of damage onto Blanks. He's going to have to be pulled out by his allies, Claw of the Wicked, to go ahead and draw him out of that toxic muck. It will still be the damage flying through as the silence does land. Rifle Town needs to find a way to provide the support for his teammate or grab orb, and he's not actually able to do either as this Clarity Potion only does a little bit for his Varesh and distracts him from the orb during that time. Iska now proccing his own counter, able to teleport behind his opponent for the time being, but the panic will land from Blanks and drive him out of the fight. The deadly injection combo making sure that he definitely regrets taking the fight. Orb grabbed by 213 and it will be secured by Blanks. Blue side now with full ulti on both players and a little bit recharged HP. There's the Shadow Bolt missing and the Claw of the Wicked missing. I think there's some panic on 213. There is the crippling goo. That could be huge. The ultimate Wraith form will fly out. Lots of damage theoretically onto Baresh, but Iska's able to secure the kill onto Blanks, and now it's 2-on-3. He needs to answer back. He needs to get a kill very quickly, and he's not able to do so at all. Instead, he's in a 2-on-1, and he's got no hope of grabbing anything. Orb will go to the red side, and 2-on-3 will be wailing away hopelessly for the time being, able to escape with the Consume roll around and fall. Answering back, the red side. Browse on Fleek. 2-3 now. Nearly tying up.
Ishka managed to get the full combo onto the opposing Lucy Blanks during that crippling goo that you saw, so that basically turned around the entire match.
That means this is going to be a very close grand final indeed, and I'm definitely enjoying it. There's the Clarity Potion out of Blanks to go ahead and reset a lot of the damage that went in. 2-1-3 will be under fire now, chasing down with the silence. Lots of damage. The Wuju won't be procced. Iska able to fall back around the corner, but Blanks, he's still very angry, and he's still managing to do tons of damage onto the Iska. That will be the damage flying through, but Blanks will be able to recover from most of it and provide the healing necessary for his ally 2-1-3 to be mostly unscathed. They're able to snipe Orb 2 off the back of a brilliant Shadow Bolt, and this is Blanks and co locking down the round.
Yeah, Ishka was just completely out of position for a lot of that match, and it just meant you had the, oh, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, managing to get all 3 onto Blanks, but it won't be enough. Ishka's just taken way too much damage and was always out of position.
And that should be Ishka about to fall as he does a little bit of chip damage onto Blanks, but receives it in turn, not able to guarantee Orb, and the Consume eats up so much damage that Shadow Bolt could be lethal. Ishka, with only 50 HP as the shield falls, he does have a decent amount of EX charge, but it won't be spent, and indeed the Petrify Deadly Injection combo is already half his HP. The Wuju is proc though, he's into the back lines, and the chase coming through from Blanks isn't nearly enough to secure the kill. That will be the reform, allowing him to escape, but 2-1-3 is waiting with open arms, saying, hello Varesh, come on home. The kill will go through, and Rifle Town will be the last player alive, falling back around the corner. Blanks won't be able to instantly get the kill, but he has his ally 2-1-3, and hey, that's what friends are for, right? Killing your enemies.
As we get to a game point scenario. We need just one more round for Project Horizon, and they'll have map 1. 3 rounds are needed in a row for Browse on Fleek. I'm not sure how they can pull it out, but we have seen miracles before.
I mean, I like myself some miracles, but it would be some genuine Old Testament miracles to see this turnaround right now. Already 2-3 though, panicked out. Maybe we are in the Old Testament. There's a nice claw the wicked onto Iska to go ahead and pull him in. The silence coming through is great. The consume will eat up most of the range damage that could come in onto 2-3, and he'll answer with a nice reflecting Shatterbolt. Claw of the wicked actually doing enough damage to guarantee orb capture, and the Wraith form, the ultimate, is now available for 2-3. Blanks likewise very close, but the double deadly injection instead of a full ultimate will do significant cost to his EX charge. But there's Iska. He's already used any mobility he had, and as a result he's absolutely suffering. There he is in the back line now off the back of a nice timing on the Wuju. Will be very low on HP, and there's the Wraith form ultimate pop of the ultimate in return. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Lots of damage out of that Ishka pick. Tons flying through as Varesh absolutely demolishes both opponents in one quick ultimate.
But even with those ultimates, we're still seeing even health. 69% to 78. Rifletown managing to heal it up. Good rollout to avoid that poison, that is crippling goo, because that crippling goo right now does so much slow. Ooh, double ultimate into a double petrify.
Oh. Yeah, and this means that 2-3, although his Wraith form was mostly wasted, it did allow them to set up and grab orb. Rifletan will now be the primary target. If 2-3 can execute, it could be huge. He'll have to leave the arena for now, though, because he's taken an awful lot of focus fire. Iska will be the victim of a long-range Shadowbolt, and the Claw of the Wicked follow through his great silence. In effect, the shield does hold for a time being, but the Reform EX ability, the R, will be burned, and that means orb, although still going to the blue side, will be definitely helping charge up those ultimates. Deadly injection coming through. Wraith form available. Shadowbolt will go on to Rifletown. Petrify in effect, but Blanks, he's more than capable of holding the line as the silence goes through. It's only the barrier keeping Iska alive as this Varesh just crumbles. Wraith form in effect. The counter won't be Proctol, instead ignore him for the time being, and then the Claws of the Wicked will fly through, absolutely destroying the opponent. And 2-3 now has an easy 2-on-1 against this lone Lucy.
It will be map 1 in favor of Project Horizon, with a second map to be played right in a second. Just having a look at the scoreboard. Varesh did manage to get the actual highlight of the score, 1,265, even though they lost so many rounds. Do you think they have to change their heroes for the next map?
I'd like to see it. I don't think you can. I don't think that Ishka has enough melee, or sorry, has enough escape, has enough out to really be viable in a 2v2. I think Ishka maybe should be picking up something with a little more escape to try and deal with the just constant pressure coming out from Blanks and 2-3.
Well, the other question is obviously, do we go Lucy again? Or do we change out the Lucy? I know it's not much of
why would you change up Lucy? She's the most powerful healer in the game.
Well,
why would you even consider it?
Well, we do have...
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ponder Lucy and a few other things, but we'll be right back with the second map of the grand final for the €150 prize pool in just a few moments, right here for the ESL Go4Battlerite Tournament number 1. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the grand final of the Go4Battlerite €150 tournament number 1. Of course, my name is TJ. My co-caster is the one and only Dropbear, and we are getting right back into it. As we do have the same two teams, the same two champions, Project Horizon over here, still on the left-hand side of your screen, and Browse on Fleek charging in over on the right. Map 1 went dominantly for Project Horizon, as the interesting Varesh pickup over on Ishka was not enough to deal with the melee focus and damage. Now they've switched up mirror matchup, Rikon and Lucy on both sides. What does that say to you, Dropbear?
Mostly that we might be seeing the beginning of a Rukon meta. Just those two Rukons, good panic to slide them away, but it is a very powerful hero, especially with the grabs. You can manipulate your opponents so well.
There's the crippling goo on out. Ishka chasing. Kill if he can manage to get it. The rifle down will actually be under fire. 2-1-3, absolutely slaughtering. The panic that's against the wall, allowing him to land the deadly injection too, but 2-1-3 will come out of it very, very angry. Rifletown with the self-heal, able to keep himself alive, but Ishka, he's not doing that either as the barrier comes through. Rifletown needs to choose which of the two of them he's going to keep alive. There's the ultimate Wraith form coming through, able to keep Ishka alive while he goes ahead and grabs Orb over on that Rukon. It will be him 1v2ing for the time being as he falls back. It will be a nice Shadow Bolt in return. 2-1-3 chasing in though. He's very aggressive and he's not quite able to get the kill on his counterpart as the consume comes through. There are the heals, but they can't answer for that Shadow Bolt. Rifletown in a very, very awkward situation now. The deadly injection will fly through. Nice use of the crippling coup, but it's not enough, and the kill will come through. 1-0 now in favour of Project Horizon.
That ultimate misclick, he even says in chat, he used it actually on his own Rukon instead of the opposition Rukon. But
I think that was planned.
That was totally planned.
I saw it and I went, you know what that is? That's intimidating. You know, Blanks and Co, they're looking at that, they're going, he doesn't even need an ultimate. He just threw it down in their base. That's how confident he is. And just right there, they know. They know
JK.
Their opposition is ready to go.
As we go into round 2, both teams now going into the circle. Good grab onto Ishka, but grabbing Rukon is probably not the smartest idea since there might be a bit of melee on melee action. Good silence.
Shadow Bolt onto Ishka, still roasting him, and Ishka, he keeps committing, he keeps thinking he can take this fight 1v2, and the answer has resoundingly been no, time after time. There is the orb and the ultimate available for the blue side. Wraith form in effect, Rifletown being roasted alive. The Claw of the Wicked will be eaten by the consume out of Ishka, but the damage has already been done, and it will be the back line play. Flying in, the Petrified Bolt does land, and Ishka should fall. Rifletown will be the unfortunate victim of a Shadow Bolt in the time being, and there is the Reaping Scythe in return. The X ability not nearly enough though, because he cannot land everything he needs. There's a panic landing. 2-1-3 will be out of the fight for the time being. There's Blanks though, fortunate victim of a crippling goo, but once again the Claw is more than enough to pull him out of the action. There's the barrier rolling through. 2-1-3-ish. They're going to consolidate over at the bottom side of the map, and 2-1-3, he's doing such a good job of just defending Blanks. There's the Wraith form ultimate coming through yet again, and he's destroying his opposition. The mirror match pops an ultimate too, but he doesn't get almost anything with it. The focus from Blanks and 2-1-3, it needs to come in. The burst damage needs to finally break through this healing, otherwise it will be a very, very long fight indeed. Deadly injection twice coming through, 3 times in a row, and 2-1-3 to seal the deal with a kiss. We'll end it now, and it's Rifletown all alone. The barrier won't last long, the panic coming through especially ensuring that, and that's 2-0 now in favour of Project Horizon, and they are up 1-0 in this series.
That is a very dangerous Rukon if you look at the damage. 970 damage compared to the 626 of Iska. Honestly, I think that 2-1-3 has been just playing just that little bit better. Especially with Blanks always putting on that shield so that he doesn't actually take that much damage in the mirror matchup.
Oh, we are right back into the action to Rifletown. Doing a bit, but the problem for me really has been Ishka. You know, last game he wasn't able to land the damages for Resh. Here he's certainly not doing the work as Recon as the panic comes through. He's just losing this mirror match time and time again, and it's never working out for his team. Blanks will be under fire now. 2-1-3 and Blanks side by side in the back lines doing what's necessary, but there is the damage truly coming out. The consume it's a little bit of damage from long range, but the clarity potion ends any sort of stasis effect they could have landed to dissuade 2-1-3 from demolishing Iska. And now 2-1-3 is doing exactly that. Rifletown is the next victim on the chopping block. Will be eating a few Shadow Bolts. Orb temporarily grabbed. It will be, though, chipped away and just nabbed from right under it, because knows by Blanks the whole time. Petrify Bolt does come through, but it's a nice use of panic in return. And there's 2-1-3. Nice clarity potion coming in from Blanks to go ahead and bully the space for 2-1-3 to win his battle. They're going to fall back very smart, control the center. Project Horizon, they know how to play together, and it's absolutely showing.
Just have a look at where Blanks is. He is actually he's back to full health, and he's constantly on the back lines. Finally, a good grab by Ishka, but didn't even take down the max health. And there, just managing to snipe Rifletown, the opposing Lucy. This is just utter madness.
And Ishka will fall. It's not looking good. As Project Horizon take a 3-0 scoreline in this second map. Of course, they won map 1, the grand finals, and the lion's share of the €150 prize pool. Look like they're headed their way.
Oh, well, you never know. There can be surprise upsets, but they're going to have to pull it out of the bag very quickly. Cursed enemies take 50 more damage. Your weapon recharges 20% faster. As for the other Battlerites, both Lucy's are going for the same basic. Everyone knows those Battlerites, honestly.
2-1-3 falling back. There is the damage now coming out. Look at Rifletown as the primary victim. The damage is truly just flying out into him. There is the ultimate available on 2-3, but he doesn't need to use it. There's no reason for him to do so, but now he's got enough of a situation that it's worth it, and Iska will be panicked against the wall. The deadly injection coming through. He's forced to pop his own ultimate. His own Wraith form will come through, but it's not nearly as effective. He doesn't even land anything. And now 2-3, he's going to sit at range, throw out the Shadow Bolts, chip away at Rifletown, and he's going to have an absolute field day doing so. There it is, flying out yet again. 37 damage instantly. That is almost guaranteed loss of permanent HP.
Blanks has been... he's just been completely ignored. I don't think I've seen a single hit on him all round. Like, I've seen... Okay, there's the second hit I think I've seen on him all round. That's just... You can't just let a Lucy go loose and just try and focus one. You have to at least get some damage on Lucy and try and make her panic away. Well, not even with actual panic, but just not be casually throwing around all her poison darts. It's just weird.
You cannot let a Lucy get all loosey-goosey on you.
That's even better.
I know, I thought about that. It took surprisingly long time to think up. Ishka in return. Blanks will be his primary target, and it won't quite beat the damage he was hoping for, which pretty much could be the byline of the whole game. Summary of the game. Ishka, not quite the damage he was hoping for, and that really does cover all of it. Blanks will be under fire, but he's going to be able to maneuver around the outside, and Orb will yet again go for the blue side. Well, 2-3 the whole time is demolishing Rifletown in the back lines. There's a nice use of barrier to go ahead and temporarily blow back Ishka. The second he becomes a threat, 2-3. He shows up, he says, "Hey, why are you messing with my little brother?" Ultimate is available, and Ishka, the second he goes in, I do expect to see the counter, and yes, there it is. Rifletown, 81 HP. By contrast, double digits. The Petrify does land the ultimate coming through. One play from Ishka. Of course, the ultimate is still available, and there it is, flying through in return from 2-3 as he begins to do the damage on Rifletown. Rifletown is going to burn an EX Petrify Bolt, but the deadly injection, that's in return. It's not nearly enough, and the Shadow Bolt, the Claw of the Wicked, that's a lot of damage coming through Rifletown. This could be tournament point. and it's looking increasingly likely Iska actually very, very low to managing to answer back, because look at Blanks here, 20 HP, the roll's all that's keeping him alive. The Consume answers back, and it's all on 2-1-3. 2 versus 1 if he lands this. If he wins this 2 versus 1, he's won the tournament. He's won 100 euros for his team. He can't quite land the damage necessary though, and Rifletown is juggling him brilliantly. Now, Rifletown, he's out in the front. The barrier is protecting him for the time being. The panic will drive 2-1-3 into the corner, and he will fall down though. 4 chances left, 4 match points, 4 tournament points for the blue side.
Lag spike. Just quickly, I believe Iska managed to realize the exact problem that they were having. Not enough focus on... Yep, see, they just grabbed him again. Blanks. Go focus on that, Lucy, as I've said before.
There it is, Blanks being pulled in, just like you were talking about. The panic flask instantly lands though, and 2-1-3 will be able to intervene in the time being. But look at this, you're right, the second 2-1-3 is forced to play defense. Blanks is like half as effective, because Blanks no longer is able to have free roam. He's no longer able to be all loosey-goosey, to coin a term. And there's the ultimate coming through. Blanks is the primary target time and time again. There's the panic landing. The ultimate in return from 2-1-3 is doing a lot of damage. Iska and Rifletown need to play together now, because now they're on the defensive. There's the crippling go flying in, and a lot of damage onto 2-1-3 as Rifletown has an absolute field day. Ishka will be able to use that Claw of the Wicked to pull in 2-1-3 and execute him. Blanks now in a 2-on-1 for the tournament. If he can win it, it would be huge, but it's unlikely as the deadly injection and silence has come through. He needs to land a panic onto one and 1v1 the other. There's the roll. The burn of the X ability isn't very promising, and the deadly injection will guarantee the victory now. 2-4. Half the score answered back in just as many rounds.
Have they downloaded? That is the question. It will be a miracle to get it back, but we have seen this before.
Comebacks are possible, reverse sweeps are possible, but it's definitely an uphill battle for Blanks and Co. They only need to mess up once. They only need to mess up a single time. Rifletown and Ishka, the second they do so, it will instantly be over. The tournament will be the way of Blanks and Co. There's the damage out of 2-1-3. I really like what he's trying to do, but it's definitely not what the effectiveness of it was in previous rounds. He is getting the chance to play on the aggressive though. Where's the focus on Blanks? This is what allowed them to win the last 2 rounds, and it's not happening now. Maybe this is the turnaround, because they're not doing it at all. There's the backline dive. The panic does come through. The deadly injection answers back, in 2-1-3 is seemingly handled by his opposition. The petrify bolt from Blanks though, great juggle. Blanks will be trying to end Ishka. Meanwhile, of course, Rifletown's doing exactly the same thing. Actually, both Lucy's winning their respective matchups. Ishka will be able to pop ulti onto the petrified 2-1-3. 2-1-3 should be considering doing it too, but I think he's looking... Yes, there it is. He has the 2-on-1, and that's what he wants when the ultimate is available. The panic will land from Rifletown. Deadly injection in return from Blanks onto Ishka. Very low HP, but the Claw of the Wicked that pulls Blanks in. Blanks very, very low, being focused by Rifletown. The peek around the corner now, 2-1-3. Also similarly low. The barrier needs to come out from Blanks. He needs to save his ally. He's not able to do so in time, and now he's in a very dire strait, as they're only 1 point away from tying up the game over on Bros on Fleek.
Oh boy. That grab into the crippling goo might have just made them have a chance here. A very slim chance, but is still a chance as we go into round 8. I'm lost for words.
Just got driven back. There will be a bit of chip damage in return. Maybe if Ishka can go ahead and be focused out, but Blanks is yet again just outmaneuvering time after time. By contrast, Rifletown is eating a lot of damage. 2-1-3 doing his job this time. He needs to turn around temporarily, but no, the Petrify Bolt will handle Ishka for the time being. There it is in return, though. The Petrify onto 2-1-3 allows Ishka to get a little bit of free chip damage in. Blanks forced to pop the barrier on himself as the ultimate flies through. The Claw of the Wicked won't be able to grab anything, and it's a completely wasted ultimate. Actually out of 213. That could cost them a lot in the long term, because Ishka, his ultimate, it's up now. He's going to go ahead, he's going to pop it right now, pull in both opponents, and he's going to be panicked out, completely wasted in return. 213 won't be able to grab orb in time. It's going to instead be the damage onto Rifletown. This could be it if Rifletown falls. It could be the tournament in favour of 213 and Project Horizon. The double petrify will come through onto both opposing Recons as both Lucy's do the only thing available with their EX abilities. 213, it does have the HP advantage over Iska, and Rifletown only at 45 HP in contrast to Blanks is 94. There's the orb snatched up, and 213 will be keeping himself alive as he falls back. The barrier is in effect, and the clarity potion is driving him back further. I do like what Ishka's done, and he's turned it around. He now has the HP advantage in this Rukon v Rukon matchup, and it will be the double petrify coming through to guarantee that double ultimate from both Rukons, trying to bind the space and time. They need to come out on top, and Ishka, he's doing exactly that. The damage coming through onto Rifletown, though. That might be the guaranteed kill. That might be the guaranteed win. They are just inches away at times. There's Blanks trying to keep himself alive, and he is able to do so. And there's the HP nuggets around the outside. Rifletown, by contrast, hasn't gained any permanent HP. He's permanently very, very low. There it is, 213, still managing to stay alive, still managing to keep the trading even, but I do think Blanks and 213 through a great lead.
Sudden death coming through as Rifletown has to stay very vigilant on 1 HP, puts up the barrier, has to heal up, does have the very, very important full ultimate for a double.
The claw of the wicked into the crippling goo. This is a huge combo, and that's 213 now. That's Rifletown down. Ishka will manage to grab the tournament in favour. As Ishka falls, it will be Browse on Fleek, unfortunately knocked out, and the final point in favour of Project Horizon. They take the tournament, they take the lion's share of the $150 prize pool, and they are the first champions of your Go4Battlerite ESL Cups.
Congratulations to Project Horizon. They win €100. Browse on Fleek will be taking home €50, however, as a consolation. But also, very, very important too, 100 points to Project Horizon, 70 points to Browse on Fleek for that finals at the end of the month in December. And the winner of that will be receiving €350. That is a prize you need to convert, honestly. As well as a nice fancy name. You'd want to replace that contender with ESL Master. That might be a nice reward.
I wouldn't mind that. Do you want to enter?
Oh, I'm from Australia, so there might be a bit of ping issues there.
You know, it would work out. We're better than all these players anyway. We should just go.
Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Dropbear, and this is my co-caster TJ. Where can they find you, TJ?
If you would like to find me, you can do so over on the Twitter. It's a social media website. I go by @esportstj on it. I'm going to go ahead and drop in exclamation point casters. Oh, never mind. Exclamation point casters command in the Twitch chat. Super freedom button. We'll cover all your questions if you would like to go ahead and see the full bracket. Exclamation point bracket will solve that. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a broadcast by Battlerite. If you would like to see an up-to-date calendar, some interesting articles, and of course the schedule for all upcoming Battlerite events, please go to battleright.win. That's battleright.win, spelt out properly, battle correctly. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.